Here's a theme song, you know it's not a mean song. It's a good song, just as it should song. American Brews and Tunes. Shibbity beeby dow.
Let it go.
Huh? Let what go? Just it?
Yeah. I actually meant to say let it flow.
You know,
Like the Beastie Boys song, let it flow. Let yourself go. Slow and low. That is the tempo. That's what I had in mind, but I screwed up the first line.
okay. So you should have just said let it flow at first
Yeah, but
instead of let it go.
whoops.
That's okay. There's always a time for something. Just as
Yeah.
if the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is, infinite.
All right, William Blake. Classic. Anyways, we're back. This is American Brews and Tunes. My name is Stephen Johnston.
And my name is Jesse Titus.
And this is episode 105.
105.
105.
Nice.
I suppose it's
Getting up there.
another freeform episode.
Yeah.
Post-
I feel like we're going to be doing a lot of these more often.
Yeah, I like freeform. It's like a little
I think
post
it's
ABC
it's a
family.
good idea.
You know,
Post what?
ABC family.
Post ABC Family.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
You ever hear that TV station, ABC Family?
Well, yeah, the TV station, right?
It's no longer called ABC Family.
What's it called now?
Freeform.
Really?
Yes. I mean, it would be strange if I had just made that up.
I didn't know what you meant by that, but all right. It
I
makes
promise
sense
you,
now.
it's a legit thing. Like when you go to, you know how they have
That's
the Harry
funny.
Potter marathons?
Yeah.
They still do, but in the corner where it said ABC Family now has
Now
like
it just
a
says
FF.
freeform.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's something. I think it was because they kept coming up with TV shows that weren't family friendly,
Oh, okay.
like Pregnant Teens and all that stuff.
Oh, how the times have changed.
Yeah. I don't remember what I ever watched on there except for Harry Potter Marathon and 25 Days of Christmas or whatever they did.
I'm pretty sure I watched nothing on there.
You didn't have cable though, right?
Yeah. Didn't have... Actually, was there ever a time where I was living at my parents' when they had cable? I don't think so. Maybe there was. There probably was.
Yeah.
Maybe after college.
Maybe.
Who knows? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Cable's just its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about something that I think a lot of people have probably been talking about recently. Their top Spotify 2020 recap thing.
The year-end top list, whatever you call it.
You know, when Spotify tells you this is the genres that you've listened to.
Is this the first year that you've had Spotify for
No.
a full year?
I've had Spotify for 2 years now.
Okay.
So
So
two full years now.
You at least got it last year as well.
Yep.
Last year was kind of fun because they did the decade-long
Oh, they did?
wrap-up. Yeah.
I don't... well,
But you would have only had 1 year's
I would
worth
have only
of...
had 1 year of listening, so...
I think I had started Spotify in maybe 2014 or 2015.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't use it as much as I did in a couple years to come.
As you do
but
now, yeah.
yeah, it was my year-end or my decade-end list was skewed because there was a contest where if you listen to Newfound Glory, like it was to win tickets to a concert, they're like, listen to our new album for extra points to win. And so I would put my headphones on mute, and then I would repeat their album because you could listen to the album 3 full times a day.
Oh,
So I did that it would get you like so many bonus points.
Oh, you
like
could.
points
There was a
extra
limit.
entries.
There was
Yeah.
a limit that you had to listen to. Can only listen to it three times a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I maxed it out every day. So I listened to that album 3 times a day for maybe 2 or 3 months.
But did you listen to it? Like listen to it, or did you have it on mute?
A couple
pretty
times,
much?
but I muted it most times.
Okay.
But my top artist of the decade of the 2010s was
Was
Newfound
Newfound
Glory
Glory?
because of that.
Okay.
And a close second was Blink-182. So
Oh,
in
wow,
actuality,
yeah.
Blink-182 was my top.
That those numbers definitely are skewed then.
Yeah. Sorry, Newfound Glory. The Newfound Glory is still good. It was just I wanted to win those tickets, so I tried real hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be talking about our year-end lists. That'll be top bands, top songs, top
Genres and other
tops.
various things.
Yeah, it'd be funny if they gave you. Well, there's no way. I was going to say if they gave you your bottoms, but there's no way to do that.
I mean,
Because you wouldn't listen to it.
Because all it is just data, just numbers of what you've listened to.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they'd be like, all right, here are the genres that you don't listen to, and list them off.
Bro country.
Bro country, yes. 0 listens.
Yeah.
0 likes, 0 follows.
Nada.
But anyway, what beer are we having?
Yeah, before we go into that Spotify shenanigans, we'll have a beer. We're having something from a brewery I don't believe has made an appearance on the podcast before.
No, I don't believe it has either. And I actually don't think I've had a beer from them. I've just heard their name.
I have, and they're usually at beer fests, so you might have had something there.
Maybe. That's true.
The brewery is Trimtab Brewing, and
Yes.
they are from Alabama.
Alabama.
From, what's that city called that we... Not Huntsville, it's the other one that's a big city. Do you remember the real popular Alabama city? Birmingham. Birmingham, Alabama.
Yes, the capital.
Yeah, I'm real bad with cities.
Even I couldn't pick that out of the ether, out of thin air.
Out of the many Alabama cities that we know,
Yeah.
it was just all blending together.
Which is all, yeah, they're just all blending together. I know about all of them.
all of them.
All of them.
But this is from Birmingham. This beer is called The Observer. It's kind of an interesting looking can. I believe that's an owl on the cover with a third eye.
Yeah, it looks like it. No, actually, yeah, I'm seeing that now.
And there's like lightning bolts coming out of the third eye.
Yeah, and then
Kinda
if
creepy.
you were a connoisseur of literature, you knew that quote that I said at the beginning of this episode was from William Blake, and I have that written on the side of the can. If the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is, infinite.
And if you read it as I initially read it, it would be, if the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear. It's just that a little gap
In the
threw me off.
on the can, yeah.
But anyways, the Observer from Trimtab Brewing is a triple dry hopped oat-based double IPA with Cascade, Simcoe, and Sultana hops.
Yeah, it's coming in at 8%. We got tall boys of it. So I'm pretty excited to try it, mostly because I haven't had an oat-based double IPA in a while. So
It doesn't say it on the can, but according to Untapped, it is a New England double IPA.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how juicy it is. We'll see how creamy it is.
I've had several oated IPAs from Southern Grist, and those are usually pretty creamy on the mouthfeel. Like kind of adds a nice softness to it. So I'm curious to see if we get that here.
Yeah, same here.
Let's say we give this a crack and a pour.
Okay. Okay.
For some reason, I'm expecting neon colors because of the bright,
Because of the can?
bright can. Yeah, those lightning
I don't
bolts.
think that's going to happen, though.
Yeah, it is not neon.
I can
But-
smell it already, though.
Yeah, it's a sharp, nice, juicy smell. Smells really good.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't put my nose close to it, but I'm getting pineapple smells from far away. And I'm getting pineapple,
Yeah, getting like a slight
hop.
citrus.
It's definitely more of a fruity smell than a hoppy smell I'm getting.
It smells really good.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. It's definitely hazy. It's not as
It's not as like hazy and like creamy looking as a bearded Irish beer, but
no, but I definitely cannot see through it.
yeah.
It's hazier than Stone's version of a hazy IPA.
Yes, which was not very hazy at all.
Yeah. But they're not in the haze game, I don't think. I think they're in the respect the hop game.
Yeah, they're in the West Coast game, the West Coast style game.
It smells really good.
Yeah, I'm excited to try this.
I wish I had a perfume for this. Just like to
Really?
spray on my armpits.
That actually would smell pretty good.
Pit spray for my pit juice.
Pit spray for my pit juice.
That way, every time I walk into a room, someone says, "You smell like
You smell like the Observer."
lightly hopped citrus.
I can't quite put my nose on it, but you smell like a Trimtab beer.
You're a slightly hazy person." Yes, I am.
All the time. Hazy every day.
Let's say we give this a
Give it a try.
try. As we always say on American Brews and Tunes, down the William Blake hatch. It's extraordinarily smooth. And
Yeah,
I would
I
say
think-
it is creamy.
It's creamy. It's not as creamy. It seems like I wouldn't really call it a New England style IPA. I mean,
I think I
the
would
first-
just because the hops.
just because of how hazy it is.
It's juicier and the hops are on the back burner.
Yeah. I guess if you had to classify it as some IPA, that's what you would classify it as.
Yeah.
It's just the whole triple dry hop thing just hits my palate right away.
Yeah. And I was kind of looking like I was curious about the IBU level. Untapped doesn't say it has an NA over there. doesn't taste like it's very high. And I honestly don't really get the hoppiness I would expect from a triple dry hopped beer.
Really? I'm getting them loud and clear.
Let me go in for a second try.
I just look for it right on the front of your palate.
I just had a burp, and it was a hot burp. It was real nice. Like, I love hot burps, and it was...
Oh, yeah.
Like, I burped, and I was like, oh, I'll have another.
Look for it right before you start tasting all the fruitiness, all the citrus. It's like a really upfront, almost like malty hop.
Okay, it's there. You're right. But I think the fruitiness kind of overpowers it. The fruitiness comes in,
definitely comes in and takes over.
and makes itself known. Like, when the Kool-Aid guy comes in through the wall...
Yeah.
That's what happens. He brings the fruit. The wall is the hops.
Exactly. What does he say whenever he does that?
Oh, yeah. Have
Have you ever looked at old Kool-Aid Man advertisements?
I don't think so. I have never paid attention to it before Family Guy made it popular.
Oh, really?
I don't think I have.
Oh, you mean Kool-Aid Man in general?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them on the commercials, and I knew like what it was, but I don't think people were like going around screaming, "Oh yeah," and doing the Kool-Aid guy thing that much until Family Guy decided to make it a super duper random. Oh, it's a nice beer. I like it. Do I think it's as creamy as some of the oated ones I've had from Southern Grist? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I can tell it's there. In the mouthfeel, you kind of get that a little bit of that creaminess. Definitely fruity, like you'd expect from a New England style IPA. Not as pungently fruity as a bearded iris brew.
Yes.
More of the grapefruit citrus than the juiciness, like the orange juiciness of other New England IPAs. But it's still good. I like this. I would have it again. I would observe, like if it's around. I'd say, observe me one, please.
I would, if I saw like a different Trimtab beer in a store, I would probably try it out because I like this.
Yeah, they're worth trying.
It's definitely unique. It tastes pretty good. But anyway, back to Kool-Aid Man advertisements. Some of them look like they could have been like out of a old horror movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
At least the ones that I remember, maybe.
What was he doing?
Well, I'm gonna look some up for you really quick.
Okay. While you do that, I'll tell you about some of the other trim tabs I've had. Ooh, I think I've sampled some of their stuff before, and I've had some of their sours. But I had a beer from them called Breakfast Hero, which was a imperial pastry stout. It was an imperial donut stout with coffee, maple syrup, and glazed donuts. I gave that one 4, and I said dessert ... or breakfast.
Dessert ...
A good one. I do remember that one specifically. I had that in November of 2019, back when life was great,
before this whole crazy thing happened in 2020.
Before the gas leak that 2020 is.
Yeah. Like, look, there's this picture of Kool-Aid Man selling Kool-Aid on the street.
What Jesse's showing me right now is he's got his trench coat open, and you can see all the pockets, and there's different things like someone either selling drugs or knockoff Rolex watches.
You want to buy some drugs, kid?
Yeah, this is creepy.
It's just the Kool-Aid Man.
What are they marketing to children?
I don't know, man. But
does it say what year that's from?
Because
the only other cartoon I can think of with a trench coat is Scruff McGruff the Crime Dog.
Scruff McGruff the Crime Dog, yeah.
And he was putting an end to this kind of crime. He wasn't selling kids like potentially knockoff Kool-Aids out of his trench coat.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There's just some of them that just look so funny.
Yeah.
Like this one.
Oh, that looks like...
he's breaking through the wall, but it doesn't look as like cartoonish. It just looks
I can't tell if it's real or horrible CG or green screen.
Yeah, it looks really funny.
It looks terrible. I want to see the commercial though.
But anyway, enough about the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Let's get back to what we're really here to talk about.
Yes, which is
the
Spotify.
Data that Spotify collects.
Yeah, data is power this day.
Yeah, so I'll start off. One interesting thing that they told me on my 2020 Wrapped or whatever they called it, is that I have discovered 187 new artists this year. Even in 2020, you've still found ways to grow. So my question is what do they count as a new artist? Like if you listen to one song from them,
I would assume
does that count as a new artist?
I was up to
that
like
you've discovered?
300 something for that.
Really?
It has to be like if you play one song from somebody you've never.
Yeah, because like there's no way that I've discovered or like actually listened to 187 new artists this year.
I listened to a song by Megan Thee Stallion this year.
I still have not.
Yeah.
Isn't she on that one Cardi B song?
Yep.
WAP?
Yep. Have you heard it?
I know the song WAP, yes.
It's controversial.
Is it?
Well, it's like apparently someone. Well, you know what it's about, right? You know what it stands for. Yeah. Like there are plenty of male-fronted rap songs that are just as graphic, but from the male version, it's no one bats an eye. Well, I mean, somebody might, but
somebody definitely does.
Like the rap community doesn't, though.
Oh, so this was controversial on the like hip hop
Just
community?
all around, I think.
Really?
I think so.
Interesting.
But, Ben Shapiro, do you know him? He's a fairly far right
leaning guy, yeah.
I wouldn't even call him a pundit, just a talk show host. He's got his own talk show. I think he like made a comment saying, "This sounds like a medical condition."
So dumb.
That was really funny.
But he said it in his like Ben Shapiro voice, like, "This sounds like a medical condition."
Yeah,
I'm like super fast and like talking really fast like that.
He always tries to be fact based, but he's like borderline conspiracy theorist. He's very
he's a strange guy.
Yeah,
he's a very interesting man.
I like hearing him on Joe Rogan sometimes because Joe, he has everyone from every
every
point of view.
Yeah, point of view.
And he'll like hear someone, but he'll say, "Well, I don't know about that." Like it's something
like
super far left or super far right, and he'll just say like, "I'm not sure, but okay."
Yeah. Anyway, what is it? What is controversial about WAP? Just the in general idea
just
of it.
The content.
Yeah, it's
a highly sexualized song.
Yes.
And there are plenty of male fronted rap songs like that don't get anything.
I don't know. Let Cardi B do whatever she wants. I'm not a fan of her, but
she's fine. I prefer what's that other rapper who's a lady? She was the Lil Wayne Young Money stuff. She kind of bowed out of the game to have a kid. Nicki Minaj. Her I like because when you hear her on rap songs, she's scary.
She's scary.
Like I think it was a Kanye West song, Monster.
Yeah.
Like Jay-Z was on there and a whole bunch of people. Maybe Drake, I don't remember, but her verse,
just like everybody.
Her verse was insane. Like she's doing all kind of crazy
stuff. Didn't she do
a
song with Eminem too?
Probably. First time I ever heard her was on Lil Wayne's rock album.
Oh, okay.
A terrible rock album. There was a couple good stuff, but I heard her and I was like, who is this scary lady? She's a good rapper, but I'm terrified.
Who is this scary lady?
Yeah.
That's great.
Like I heard it, I was like, I'm going to hide in a corner.
Yeah.
Like, she was just intense.
But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Enough about Cardi B and her
rap's a genre. So
song.
Speaking of genres, do you want to talk about some of our top genres?
Yeah.
Of 2019?
I mean,
sure 2020?
2020. Yes, this year
just
is 2020.
a disclaimer. They take the data from January to, I think the end of October. So it's not the full year, but that's kind of like an understood thing. That's the majority
This is the Spotify year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Not surprisingly, my top genre was skate punk. Which, I mean, once you look at my top artists, I guess that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they determine as skate punk.
Probably like NoFX, Lagwagon.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I guess kind of a broad genre.
Give your top 5 going from top to least.
Top to least. Okay.
so
second was indie rock.
Makes sense.
Makes sense for me.
I would expect that to be your number 1.
Number 3 was alternative emo.
Weird.
No idea what they mean by alternative emo.
It's probably something like
maybe this is what me listening to Pears so much. Maybe
I wouldn't even say Pears. I'd say alternative emo would be like My Chemical Romance.
Well, yeah, that's what you would say it is. But what does Spotify define it as?
What did you listen to this year? That could be that. Maybe Boxcar Racer. Maybe because that's like post pop punk.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe.
Number 4 is hip hop.
Nice.
From when I listened to a lot of Mac Miller this year.
There you go.
And Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have to explain to me what this last genre is. My number 5 genre is roots rock. Is that like
roots? That's very vague. Like, does that mean like roots
Like Eric Clapton, like genre rock and roll?
like blues, like the roots of rock and roll? Or is it like roots like classic rock and roll?
I don't know. That's what my fifth genre was.
You'd have to type in what I would do if you're curious about that. I would go into your Spotify and type roots rock and roll. And they probably have a playlist that has something that would like Spotify does make their own playlists based on genres. So I bet you can find that. But while you're searching for that, I'll go ahead and list my top 5 genres.
Okay.
Number 1, pop punk.
Nice. No
Easy
surprise
one.
there.
Number 2, skate punk.
K-punk. All right.
Yeah. Number 3, rock.
Rock. Just rock.
Like I'm trying to think what would be just rock. Foo Fighters. Like, is there anything else? I don't know. What else would be just rock?
Again, that's one of those genres that is so broad.
AC/DC put out a new album this year.
True, they did.
It's actually pretty good.
They were on NPR, and they basically said we weren't looking to do anything new. Like we were just trying to write the same type of music we've written.
It's the first album they released
the past
since,
like 30 years or whatever.
Since Malcolm Young died.
Yeah,
rhythm guitarist and principal songwriter. Him and Angus Young, the other guitar, the two brothers, would write most of the songs. And so they took a lot of old song ideas that they had in the vault and kind of finished them. And I've listened to the past like 4 new AC/DC albums. They put out one maybe every 5 to 6 years.
Yeah,
and this is the best one out of all like 4 of those. Yeah,
interesting.
I'm honest about their stuff. All AC/DC songs kind of sound the same.
Yeah,
take it or leave it.
I mean, they do, and like it's just like the band Pennywise. Like they have their way of writing songs, and they stick to that, and they have a fan base.
If you get into it, then you'll pick up on the differences song to song. But if you don't really listen to it and you hear it, you're like, every song sounds exactly the same.
Yep.
But on this album, they do some stuff that I've never heard AC/DC do, like songs that ride on the tom drum instead of driving on a hi-hat or a ride cymbal for the chorus.
Okay.
They're just riding on a tom. It's kind of cool. Like stuff like little changes that maybe they were trying to branch out a little bit. I don't know.
Ooh, I just got a hot burp. That was nice.
They're good hot burps. My number 4 genre, folk punk.
Folk punk. Like Frank Turner.
Frank Turner or...
Homeless Gospel Choir.
And he had a new album at the very end of last year that I listened to quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's other bands like maybe Devin K and the Solutions. I don't know where they fit in.
Yeah.
One of their albums has a banjo, so maybe. I don't know. And my last one, hip hop.
Hip hop, okay.
Which is probably all the Childish Gambino and Run the Jewels I listened to this year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of their stuff.
An update about what Wikipedia tells me roots rock is. Roots rock is rock music that looks back to rock's origins in folk, blues, and country music. It is particularly associated with the creation of hybrid subgenres from the later 1960s, including blues rock, country rock, southern rock, and swamp rock, which have been seen as responses to the perceived excess of dominant psychedelic and developing progressive rock.
Could be a lot of things still. The roots, the
stylistic
radicals.
oranges, roots, folk, rock, folk, country, blues, roots revival. Subgenres, heartland rock, southern rock, swamp rock. Fusion genres, alternative country, cow punk.
What is cow punk?
I don't know.
Cowboy punk?
I'm gonna go down this Wikipedia hole. Or country punk.
Cow punk. I prefer cow punk.
Yeah, cow punk sounds funnier. Yeah. Anyway,
you want to go to
roots rock? I feel like that's kind of a cop out. Spotify. Sorry.
I think it is. That's kind of vague, but apparently you fit into that algorithm somehow.
Do you have song of the year?
I do. Do you want to take a guess what my song of the year is?
I kind of saw the album cover.
Well, based on that, what do you think?
Okay. I don't remember all the songs off that. Is it one of the singles?
No.
I'm gonna guess that it was a song written by Mark Hoppus, or he sings it.
Oh, he sings on every song.
Okay. I don't know.
It's The First Time by Blink-182 off of the album 9. I listened to that album a ton this year.
Yeah. Which
it came out
sense.
at the end of September last year, and it was heavy in my rotation then. It was heavy in my rotation at the beginning of this year. I haven't listened to it for several months, but I listened to it a ton. You know what?
Same here.
I listened to it a ton at the beginning of the year.
I probably listened to it about, if you were 100%, I'd be like 30%.
30%. Let me guess what your top song is.
Okay, well, I posted about it on Instagram, so
Yeah. Oh, that's
do you
right.
remember?
Comfortably Dumb by Pears.
yeah, completely done by Pairs. Yeah. Whenever this song came out, I think they released the single January 4th, if I remember
It
correctly.
was early on there, yeah.
I listened to the crap of out of that song.
It's, sometimes when bands release like the first single, I'm like, uh-oh, it's not going to be a good album. Like, I'm not sold. This one, I was sold immediately.
Yeah, it
Like,
was
like, whoa.
just fantastic. Just
Like, you hear this
all right.
sludgy, like, dun, 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 dun. I am, what's he say? Afraid of my shadow. I'm afraid my teeth are falling out. Afraid of the dentist.
Afraid of the dentist, so my teeth are falling out.
And then it turns super fast. It turns into that sludge rock, like post-hardcore sludgy sound into a punk song, not like just like a hardcore punk song, and then do a melodic punk
really
song in the
melodic
chorus.
punk song. Yeah,
It's got so many like ventures.
What I have become.
They do those changes on a dime almost, like it's very slight genre shifts
Very
within the
slight
song.
transitions.
That's
between
classic
the genres,
Pears.
yeah.
Really good song.
Super good song. Yeah. You have your top songs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now I'm going to give my top songs, which I think were extraordinarily skewed because I listened to 9 a lot
So
this
much?
year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you my top 5 songs, and then I'm going to give you my other top 5 songs.
Okay.
So here's what Spotify said my top 5 songs of the year is. Number 1, The First Time by Blink-182.
Yeah. Okay.
Number
Makes
2,
sense.
Dark Side by Blink-182. Number 3, Happy Days by Blink-182.
Okay.
Number 4, I Really Wish I Hated You by Blink-182. Number 5, Heaven by Blink-182.
I feel like this is really kind of the data. They must just take
Play
like
count.
Play count. It's just
That's
play
all it
count.
is, yeah.
So if you listen to an album a lot, like I feel like that's exactly what
Yeah.
happened to me
But
because my top 5 songs were Pairs.
Yeah. I
Just
double
off
checked
their album.
my top 5 versus the track listing on there, and it's not track listing.
Yeah, it's definitely not
specific.
track listing.
And I would have thought, like, if it was based on that, Blame It on My Youth would have been the top because that was the
Yeah.
first single. But I think maybe I listened to that last year because that came out in like June of 2019.
It did, yeah.
So I probably listened to that a ton last year, not as much this year.
But anyway, my top 5 songs were Comfortably Dumb, Killing Me off of Pairs, self-titled, Rich to Rags, Dial Up, and Zero Wheels.
Oh, nice.
All off of Pairs. Because I think I listened to that album the most.
Their self-titled Pairs album.
Yeah.
Great album.
Like consistently throughout the year I've listened to it.
What I did was I went into my top 100 songs. Spotify will make you a playlist. And
Is it different than the list that they gave you?
Oh, it's the top 100 songs. So you get more than just your top 5 songs.
Oh, okay.
So what I did was I went there and I took out the Blink-182 and I picked my top 5 that weren't Blink-182 songs.
Okay, I'll do that too.
So while you're looking up yours, here's mine.
I'll do one from every artist.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be every artist. Just take out the Pairs.
Okay.
But here's my number 1, Comfortably Dumb by Pairs.
Hey, there you go.
My number 2 was Sweatpants by Childish Gambino.
Okay.
Great song. My third was the Decline Live. No Effects and the orchestra
Really?
at Red Rocks.
Nice.
It's really, really... Have you listened to it? Mm-hmm. It's a really cool recording.
I think I just watched the YouTube video a couple times.
so good. I got to show you. I got the record also. It's really cool looking.
Oh, they recorded it?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
My number 4 was Cinnamon by Haley Williams.
Okay, nice.
Another cool song. And my last one was Everything by Band-Aid Brigade.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Good, such a good album.
So my top one was Carry the Banner by the Flatliners.
Oh, from Cavalcade.
From Cavalcade.
I always have a hard time pronouncing
Cavalcade.
that word. Yeah.
Number 2 was Anna by the Menzingers.
Oh, good song.
Number 3 is Blue World by Mac Miller.
Oh, great
Another
song.
one that's a boop, 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 boop,
It's a
boop.
mad world making you crazy. I ain't politicking, I ain't kissing no babies. Good song.
Then number 4 is Calming Collection by the Flatliners. And then actually a song by Remo Drive, The Grind.
Oh, yeah. About being in a band.
Yeah,
And
let
how
me
that's
see.
a grind.
And then
That
if I
might be-
scroll further down, they got I Think by Tyler, the Creator.
Remo Drive might be like alternative emo.
Yeah, I suppose so, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much seeing like the same album. Oh, there's Human Party Check by the Flatliners. One More Year, Tame Impala. I listened to that quite a bit. If We Were Vampires. I listened to that quite a bit.
Oh, great song. Great song.
Oh, and then there's I Feel So by Boxcar Racer.
Classic.
I feel like they just took this list and gave you your got everything from this list.
I think to a degree, yeah.
It seems like it would make sense.
Which kind of moves into your top artist, which I'm assuming for you was Pears.
Yeah, it's Pears, yeah.
Were you in their top something percentage?
Yeah. I was in the top like 0.1% of listeners.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was in the top 0.5% of Blink-182.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of life.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It gives me a little smile.
Gives you a little smile, though. Makes you feel kind of good.
I am the best Blink-182 fan. And then someone, if I post that online, someone would comment saying, I was in the top 0.4. or yeah, even that.
Apparently I've spent 2012 minutes listening to Pears music this year.
That's a long time. I don't have the amount of time I listened to Blink-182, but I'm sure it was an absurd amount that I could have played. I should have been spending doing productive things.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I've listened to 315 artists this year.
That's a butt
I guess. But these reign supreme.
Ooh.
Can you guess who number one is?
Definitely Pears.
Yeah, it's definitely Pears, yeah.
Let me think.
Number one is Pears for me. Number one is Blink-182 for you, right?
Number one is Blink-182 for me, yeah. Just go down your top 5 first. Let me see if I can guess.
All right.
I'm going to guess 5 bands for you.
Oh, you're going to guess 5 bands.
Yeah, so obviously I know Pears.
Yep.
I'm going to say the Flatliners.
Okay.
I'm going to say Mac Miller.
Okay.
I'm going to say, because Boxcar Racer made an appearance, I'm going to say Boxcar Racer.
Okay.
And I'm going to go Tyler, the Creator.
You got 3 of them right.
Which ones? Give them in order.
Which ones do you want to change out? Which ones do you think you have wrong?
Maybe Tyler, the Creator.
Okay.
And maybe Boxcar Racer.
Okay.
Are those the 2?
Yeah, those are 2 you have wrong, yep.
Okay, so let me think. What else did you listen to this year specifically? Remo Drive and The Eyebrows. I don't know. No. Give me a list.
Okay. Number 1 was Pears.
Yep.
You got it right. Number 2 is Flatliners. Number 3 is Mac Miller. Number 4 is Frightened Rabbit. And number 5 is the Menzingers.
Oh, okay. I didn't even think Frightened Rabbit.
Yeah.
I was listening to Modern Leper today.
Listening to who?
Modern Leper.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's not a sad... I mean, that's not a sad song at all when you think about it. It's like a really nice love song.
Yeah. It's a very good song.
Did you ever see Frank Turner's live performance? You can find it on YouTube, but the day that Scott Hutchinson died, he had Frank Turner had a concert, and he went and played Modern Leper, and he's having a hard time getting through it.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's really emotional.
They were really good buddies.
Yeah, worth watching because
I'll have to look that up. Yeah,
pretty interesting.
Big fan of both of those guys.
Yeah, R.I.P. Scott Hutchinson.
Yeah, two years ago, two and a half years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If you had to guess mine.
If I had to guess yours, number 1 would be Blink-182.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to put these in order. I'm just going to guess. So Blink-182. I'm going to go with Mac Miller. Just based on what we've been talking about. Childish Gambino. Haley Williams, I guess. And whatever that band is with We Were Vampires, If We Were Vampires. Jason Isbell in the 400 unit.
You got 2 right.
2 right? Okay.
Number 1 is Blink-182. Number 2 is Run the Jewels. Because their album came out. I listened to that a ton this year.
Yep.
Number 3 is Bad Religion.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Their album came out this year too.
And it came out last year.
Oh, it did.
I guess I just listened to them a lot. I don't know. I love Bad Religion. They're one of my favorite bands. So yeah, I was kind of surprised by that.
Interesting.
Number 4 is Mac Miller.
Okay.
And number 5 is Frank Turner.
Oh, Frank Turner.
I think his because he came out with a live album this year from his stripped back like acoustic tour. Did you listen to that? Listen to it the whole way through, front to back. Because you didn't go to that show. Me and Becca did. It was at TPAC, which is kind of odd. Like we were in seats for it.
I forgot about that.
But it's like storytelling, and like he gives stories, and it's different arrangements. It's really, really a cool show.
I'll have to listen to that.
And it's good listening front to back one sitting. So
nice.
it's on Spotify. You can find it. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like if you go to Frank Turner, it's probably like the first album that pops up.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to listen to that.
Yeah, good stuff though. And I mean,
Nice.
obviously Mac Miller because
R.I.P.
I'm surprised Childish Gambino didn't pop up in mine because I've been listening to him.
It is surprising, yeah.
I just listened to these
That's
ones
why
more.
I guessed.
Yeah,
I didn't know you listened to Run the Jewels that much this year.
I love Run the Jewels.
Nice.
Run the Jewels 4 was not nominated for the Grammys.
Interesting.
Like it sold a metric butt ton, and
Still wasn't nominated, huh?
I want to say that like
Is it because Killer Mike's too political?
no, I mean no, and he doesn't like his stuff isn't radical like it's very logical
Yeah.
the way he is, and it's I think anyone can see benefit from what he says, but like the Recording Academy, I liken them to the Oscars or to the Tonys.
Yeah.
And they always like to nominate things that are like socially influenced and like positive, like trying to like.
And that seems like
progressive.
that definitely is, right?
And it definitely was, yeah. Like it was recorded all in 2019, but they released it early because there was songs about like being a black person getting choked out by the cops.
Yeah.
Like it came out right after the George Floyd stuff, and it was so like eerily timely.
Yeah. Weird that they didn't.
And the
they didn't
Grammys
not even nominated.
Not even nominated. It was baffling to me.
Wow.
Because I like as soon as that came out, I was like, this is going to win the Grammy for best. But the Grammys are notorious for really messing up the rap portion.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it mostly like white people on the
Sometimes
on the what are they even called? The nominating board?
Yeah. And nothing against Eminem. He's probably one of the best rappers alive. But anytime he puts out an album, he's nominated.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I just don't think the Recording Academy knows enough about rap.
I listened to Eminem's most recent album, and I wasn't a fan.
It was okay.
There were a couple good songs on it.
I haven't liked anything he's done since I think it was Recovery, and before that, it was a couple albums. Like,
Yeah,
his earlier career was better in my opinion. But he's a fantastic rapper. It's just
he definitely is.
he's no Run the Jewels.
Yeah.
I can't believe that it wasn't nominated.
What you gonna do?
Mac Miller should have been nominated for Circles.
Yeah.
Posthumous. That was like one of his best-selling records too. So, in the Recording Academy, I think has a lot to do with sales, to a degree.
What was nominated? WAP.
No, I honestly don't remember.
I don't know either. I didn't watch the Grammys.
It was. I'm not gonna. I was about to say a bunch of garbage was nominated, but no, I'm not gonna say the music was garbage. It just wasn't what I wanted to be nominated.
I generally don't watch award shows though, just because I don't really see the value in them. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Like it would be nice to be nominated for a Grammy, but I don't think that should be where you like look to figure out what type of music you should listen to. You know?
Yeah, and you don't get your merit
Yeah.
solely from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it's kind of cool to see who wins. It's not I'll watch them because typically they put together fun artists to do collaborations live.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Kendrick Lamar did a collaboration with Imagine Dragons live once. It was really cool.
Really?
Yeah, like long time ago they put together Eminem and Elton John.
Crazy.
So they do fun stuff.
Yeah.
Kendrick and U2 did their song one year.
Yep.
That was a really
I like
intense
that song.
one. That's was it the America one?
Yeah.
God bless it if it's good to you.
Yep. Is the sound of drum and bass.
Johnny don't want to go to school no more. And that was
Good album.
remember the end of that when Kendrick was like shooting and there was like people falling all over the place. It
Yeah.
got really heavy, really
Got
quick.
really intense. Yep.
Whew.
But anyway,
He's due for a new album.
yeah, it's been
I know-
2 years,
I
right?
think I don't know if he's married, but he definitely had a kid. I think it's been more than 2 years.
2.5 years, maybe.
Maybe like 3.
I thought Damn came out in 2018.
Was it 2018 or was it earlier than that? It feels like it was earlier.
2018.
Feels like it was so long ago.
I think it was.
I don't know.
But
2020
yeah,
just
he's,
feels like it's been like 20 years in 1 year.
I thought there was some talk of him doing a couple, like working on stuff.
Yeah. Well, after he put out Damn, he did the soundtrack to Black Panther.
Right? Yep.
Yeah. Damn came out in 2017, April of 2017.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Gotcha.
been
Been
2.5 years. 3.5 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Hey, I mean, if
feel
he's
like for rap, that's a long time.
if he's taking his time, that's okay with me, I guess.
Put out something great, I'll be happy.
Yeah, for sure. Well, any last thoughts about Spotify or any last thoughts about this beer?
I mean, Spotify is limited to numbers and what you've listened to solely on the platform.
Yes.
Spotify
Very true.
doesn't account into the CDs I've bought, the records that I listen to.
Yep.
If it was like, because I come in here and I play guitar to records.
Mm-hmm.
My top played record is "I'm Separate" by Band Aid Brigade,
Oh,
because
really?
I like to play guitar to that.
Yeah.
It's an awesome record. They're not wrong about Blink-182.
Yeah, for sure.
I had that on in my car. I had that on Spotify. But it's just, you don't take the year-end playlist seriously. It's just
It's
for
just
fun.
something. Yeah, it's just something
for
like, hey,
fun.
look at this data we collected. Hee hee.
Yeah, it's fun. You see, like, oh, I did listen to that a lot on Spotify this year, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't really take into account, like you said, everything you listen to outside of Spotify.
Outside of Spotify, yeah.
Or like the shows that you've gone to or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
Well, not this year, but previous years.
There was like maybe 3 concerts I went to this year. I saw Motion City Soundtrack do their reunion tour. Like even though they broke up like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was weird. I saw the Wonder Years, and there was a couple other, but I'm drawing a blank.
And then they all got canceled.
There were so many good shows coming up.
I know.
I want to see Lagwagon so bad.
Same. I've never seen them before.
Yeah.
I've gotten to see Bad Religion, and I need to see Lagwagon
You gotta see No Effects.
and No Effects, for sure.
No Effects doesn't do tours a lot, but when they do,
Yeah.
you gotta jump on that.
But yeah,
Final thoughts on the beer?
it's been pretty good. It's actually kind of hard to drink. Like it tastes kind of boozy now.
I can taste the booziness. Looking at mine, I got some nice sediment on the bottom of my.
Oh yeah, so do
my
I.
glass.
You can see that.
Look at mine, I got a ton.
Oh my god, you have way more.
I really swirled the can though when I poured my last one in. I don't
Did
know if you did that or not. Sometimes that makes a huge difference.
Maybe I can get a little bit more out.
Oh, that's all.
yeah.
That's all sediment that you
There's
just poured
all
in.
the sediment. Literally just poured a bunch more sediment in my glass. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, look at that.
It looks like an ocean. Like when you get that nasty, like during a storm and they show underwater.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'll pour the rest of my sediment too then.
Oh, yours was actually mostly sediment.
But with the sediment comes flavor. That's how you know it's nice and unfiltered.
Yes.
It's a good beer. Yeah,
It's tasty. Yeah.
it does
I'm
seem
happy.
even
I'm
more
happy with it.
thicker than it was before, but it's still good. I like the taste.
Yeah, it's definitely good. Oh, you know what? Adding that sediment in, I can see why you were searching for the hops now.
Because my sediment, I had all my sediment out at first. You didn't. Because mine was really sedimenty early on.
Oh wow, that's so much creamier with all that sediment in
Changes the beer for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can still find the hops, but they're definitely way more subdued.
It's interesting how that can happen with a beer.
Yeah, not bad. Pretty tasty though.
Looking forward to our next episode. I don't know if we have anything planned yet,
We do not yet.
so we will figure out something and bring it
Yeah.
to you.
I'm gonna guess that it'll be a freeform episode, but we'll see.
We'll see. And you'll see too. If you want to reach out to us, give us constructive criticism, complaints, just say hi. Or if you want to recommend an album for us to review,
Yep.
we will literally review anything.
Anything.
From Michael Jackson's Bad to your younger brother's mixtape. If it is your younger brother's mixtape, please send it to us. We'll probably have a hard time finding it.
Yeah,
But yeah, just let us know. We love to review stuff that we've never heard of,
yeah, definitely.
stuff that's maybe not in our wheelhouse.
The whole point of this podcast is to find new music, expand your musical horizons, and try new beer. So,
Yeah. Win-win, if I am to say.
yes, same here.
So yeah, hit us up. Before
At
we
American
finish
Brews
this
and
beer,
Tunes.
We all, a good clarifier. All social medias, American Brews and Tunes, or you can send us an email at americanbrewsandtunes@gmail.com.
Okay.
I guess we said our final thoughts about the beer. It's good.
Yeah, it was good. Very
I'll
tasty.
look more Trimtab stuff up.
Yeah.
Let's say that we go ahead and give our, what would you call that? Is it a slogan, a motto?
Sign off.
What's
I don't know.
what is a slogan versus a motto?
I believe they are used differently. A slogan is like eating good in the neighborhood or I'm loving it from McDonald's. But their motto is like more like their mission statement, I think. So it'd probably be more thought out about like their work ethic. Whereas a motto is like, this is our tagline.
I was in the
So
Boy
I think
Scouts.
I think what we're about to say is like our tagline.
In the Boy Scouts, we had a slogan and a motto.
Oh, really?
I don't remember which is which, but one is do a good turn daily.
What?
Do a good turn daily, like a good deed.
Turn? Oh, okay.
And the other was, what was the other one?
Wait, what are these two? Motto and what else?
Motto and a slogan.
Slogan. Slogan is the catchy one that you should remember, and a motto is like a, I don't know. There's probably not that much of a difference.
Yeah, they're the same thing.
Either way.
But as we always say on American Brews and Tunes, shit people slogan motto.
I was about to burp. So I was like, am I going to burp or just
hold the burp
do this
or
motto?
just let it out?
Well,
Anyways.
now I held it in, and now it's going to stay there for a while.
Until you take a sip and burp it out. Down the mission statement, slogan, motto hatch. I'm going to try and swirl my beer to get all the sediment
mixed
down.
up.
I got all of it on that sip. Very flavorful. That's a good beer.
Ooh, heavy beer, though.
Yes, it is.
I'd definitely only have one of those in a sitting.
I could have two, but I would be having a bellyache and
Yeah.
my palate would be wrecked, I think.
Yeah.
It's not a palate wrecker, but it is a wrecker of palates.
Yes, for sure.
If that makes sense. All right, anyways, we'll catch you guys later. My name is Stephen Johnston.
And my name is Jesse Titus.
And this is American Brews and Tunes.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a theme song, you know it's not a mean song. It's a good song, just as it should song. American Brews and Tunes. Shibbity-beeby-da.